Hi everyone. Oh my goodness, you can tell that it's Taurus season because I have definitely been indulging in some deck purchases. So today we're going to do an unboxing of the Vindur deck, Volume 2. I was chatting with one of my favorite tarot friends last week, and she showed me the imagery in this deck, and I was like, oh my God, I have to have it. And of course it's an indie deck, and there was only like one left in stock on Phoenix and Lotus. There might have been two actually. I will post the link to where I purchased this below. But okay, so some of you guys are gonna like this, and some of you guys are gonna be like, oh my God, Racine, what kind of deck mood have you been in lately? But this is not the same as Luminous Void at all, but it has a similar, at least when my friend was showing me the deck, like a similar kind of lightness and breath around it that I'm definitely looking for in my personal practice right now. And I've really been enjoying reading for clients with decks like the 5 Cent Tarot, which I purchased recently, etc. So I figured that this would be a worthy addition to the collection. So the deck, this is the deck itself. We're gonna unwrap it together. It comes with this beautiful tarot bag here. And there's this really gorgeous guidebook. Now, you guys know that like I'm a sensuous person. The senses are like a thing for me. I don't know. None of that came out right, but you guys know what I mean. I'm just struggling with my words this week, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I love the way that things feel. Like all this, I like when something involves all my senses. And this is that really gorgeous, like soft, kind of velvety matte feeling that this has. And so I'm already really loving this. Like, oh, I love the way this feels. So this is the artwork on the guidebook. This is by Leah Pentia. And again, it's called the Vindur deck, Volume 2. So she has an intro to get to know the deck. She has a section on majors, minors, and court cards, zodiac associations, and numerology. I'm literally looking at this for the first time with you guys, so this is a true unboxing. She talks about reversals. There's a 3-card spread, Celtic cross, birthday spread, a horseshoe spread, and then she gets into the card meanings here. So that's an example of the majors. And then we can see with the minors a little bit less information, but I like that we do have the, reproduction, and there's some keywords there. Yeah, like 7 of Pentacles has a keyword of reflection, which I really resonate with. So I'm definitely going to be using this guidebook. It seems like a worthy guidebook. I'm excited to work with it. I love, one of the big selling factors for me is that it fits into the bag. I don't know why, but I really, really freaking love that, guys. So that's that. This is the box. There's the elemental representation there, and then we have them there, and the top just has that line. So again, it's like a watercolor feel deck, but it's not super saturated. And I believe, if I recall correctly, my friend said, it's kind of like has the lightness of Line Strider, but it's not as kind of like dense as Line Strider can be. It's a little easier to like feel for the theme in a kind of a soft way. So the box is not too shiny, not matte. And oh my, the inside is like bright yellow. This is so not a typical Racine deck. And then we have, thank you so much for this. Every video, I'm going to be thanking my viewer who sent me the seam ripper. She was like so spot on. And even though I do have one broken nail right now, she's saving me many, many, many more broken nails. It looks like there's like ooh, it's actually like a yellow gilding on the side, and it's not shiny. That's kind of cool. Okay. Now you all know that I've got to put my seam ripper away because obsessive much. Need things in their place. So there's the backing. This is so not a Racine deck, but I am I'm here for it, guys. I'm here for it. I've just really been feeling the elemental association decks. Decks that really bring it back to the elements are just hitting the sweet spot for me right now. So here's the Fool. So the cardstock is not like that matte velvety cardstock I really love, but it's not too slick either. It's like a nice flat matte, I would say. And it feels nice on the hands. It's not too flimsy. Like I would imagine that it's going to shuffle really nicely. Oh my God, guys, look at the High Priestess. Love. Oh, I like the Emperor. Interesting. The Hierophants become Chiron. Oh, I really love this. Oh my God, I'm already excited to journal with this and meditate with it. Look at the, oh, wait. Stuck together. Lovers. Oh, the Chariot's fascinating. Strength card. The Hermit here. Oh my God, look at the Wheel of Fortune. I freaking love the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. So, sorry guys, I need to take another sip of tea. Ooh, the Hanged Man becomes the Hanged. Oh, and I do remember being like, oh, I love this Death card. That does not disappoint at all. Temperance, but see, it's not pastels. Like the nice thing is that it is watercolor, it's more muted, there's not too much going on in the artwork, but it's also not like pastels, so it doesn't necessarily go to that like cutesy place. That's the Devil, which becomes the Shadow. Oh, I like the Tower, guys. Look at that Tower card. Yeah, I like this deck already. I can tell that, much like the decks I purchased recently, like while I may not use them constantly, like I would say Murder of Crows or Tarot of Vampires or, I don't know, Mary L gets a lot of use in my life. This is a deck that at very specific times of the year, I will be drawn to work with. And it's a deck I can already tell that's going to want to read with others. Like it has a very, not overly enthusiastic voice, but it's got a very quiet, like, let's talk about it. How do you really feel about that? Have you thought about it this way? Like it has that feel already. I can tell just with the deck in my hands. Oh my God. And now I especially remember when my friend was showing me the deck, why I freaking needed this deck. And it's the this Ace of Cups. It's the minors, especially. Something about the depictions of the minors. And I know it's very close to pip form, but like something about it was really, really, really speaking to me. And we had shared about the Four of Cups here, and the perspective that's offered kind of flips a typical Four of Cups. It's not like it flips it, like changes the meaning, but gives a different way to explore the meaning of the Four of Cups. And that was really like the clinker for me, where I was like, clincher, whatever the phrase is. Where I was like, oh, I need to have this deck in my collection. I'm just at a place right now where I really love those decks that just in a few sentences in the guidebook or just in the imagery can just bring a little bit of a different way in. It's so enjoyable. Like, and look at the Six of Cups. Oh my God, I love it. I don't know. I might do a course on this deck, guys, or with this deck. I'm like really, really drawn to it. And I know that like the color is not my typical color. This very closeness to being pips is not typically what Racine would go for, but there is just something about it. And another piece here for me is my son is a Pisces and he loves dolphins, whales, and sharks. He's obsessed with space and the ocean. We talk a lot about scientific theory and sharks in our life. And I loved that the Page of Cups had whales in it. So that was like because he had asked me the other day, Mom, is there a deck that has sharks or whales in it? So this will be one that he can reference as well. And I know one of you asked me recently if I would do a video on like what I bring into our family spiritual practice, which I will be doing. So that will be coming soon to the channel. These are pentacles, obviously, or whatever the association the artist went with for the earth element here. Like, I love that they just took one thing from traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery and they really like honed in on that one piece. I'm all about it. I am all about it. There's that Seven of Pentacles that had the keyword reflection. You guys know Nine of Pentacles is always a big deal for me, and I love this one. I can't wait to journal with this. Oh my God, so exciting. I love it when a deck just like shifts it for me and gives me something new to think about. Okay, so now we move into the swords element. I love that she used yellow for the swords because I do associate, probably from my shamanic training, but I really associate the element of air with the color yellow. Three of Swords. I mean, I'm a fan. I like this deck. I'm liking her. Look at that. I just love with a few, it's like when you look at the artistic work of Egon Schiele, and he, with just a few pencil strokes, could evoke more feeling than, for me, sometimes I see in a Rembrandt, right? Like, I love that with just a few carefully and well executed lines, as an artist, to be able to evoke emotion. I don't know, there's something, the older I get, the more that I am just in absolute awe of that. And I think you get that feeling with this deck, like the artist really stripped it down and took it to the basis and like focused on one aspect of symbolism in the traditional imagery and then really honed in on that. And so it leaves you with, at least for me, feelings, but I'm not overwhelmed by them. I have some space to breathe around them. And I think a large part of my own personal journey in 2022 is like, I don't have to rush anything. I can breathe around this. I get to sit and breathe and take my time with things. Instead of feeling this need to, oh my God, look at this one, guys. There, right there is what I was just talking about. Instead of feeling this need to move along or according to another person or another group of people's or a societal standard or idea of what a correct pace is. And now here we move into the wands. I love the color shift. Oh, I love that. I love that Six of Wands. And maybe, I don't know, for me, it's like embracing the slowness of life here in New England for the first time of my life, instead of wanting to be moving at a more active, faster pace. I don't know, just something about that has left me able, look at that lion energy there, has left me able to be more, I showed you the whole deck, sorry guys, but we had to look at the whole thing together. It's amazing. Anyhow, but that's just enabled me to kind of like be okay with breathing and just being and not needing to always be doing something, right? So I think this is a good deck for that. I think it is a good deck for pause and reflection and for a clarity that can like slowly move over you instead of getting hit over the head with it. Now, I love a confronting deck. I always will. That will always be my go-to. But I also think that there's a place for a type of deck like the Vindur Tarot Volume 2. So these are my thoughts, guys. I'm already in love with this deck. I can't wait to clear her. I can't wait to start working with her. I can't wait to use her in client readings, see how she talks with others. I'm really, 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 really glad I made this purchase. It was an investment. It is an indie deck. I think it was priced around $60. maybe 50, but this is a very unique deck. It's very different, and it's one that I know is going to get a lot of use in my work. So I'm very, very excited to work with it. Anyhow, I hope you're all doing well out there in the world. I am sending you so much love and many blessings. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.